Hi, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing my weekly Walking Dead video predictions for next week's episode of the Walking Dead Season 4. This one will be doing the Walking Dead Season 4 Episode 6, Live Bait. And as always, my reviews and prediction videos do contain spoilers for the recent episodes if you guys are not caught up all the way on The Walking Dead Season 4 to The Walking Dead Season 4 Episode 5 Internment. If you haven't seen it all the way through, then this video will be doing predictions for Episode 6, so I'm going to be spoiling the events of The Walking Dead television series all the way up to Episode 6. And also, I mean, this one is going to be all over the damn internet. You know, it's going to be hard for me to even get a thumbnail for this one that doesn't contain a spoiler, right? It's actually impossible for me to do it because the whole, you know, sneak peeks, the promos, everything shows the man. Major spoilers. The return of the governor. I am so excited. I've been waiting for it for so long. And finally, it is time. It is here. They've sort of been holding it back from us for all this time, and now it's like we can finally get our hands on it, find out what happened to the governor from the end of The Walking Dead Season 3 all the way through up till now. It's been over 6 months since we've seen him last, where he went nuts, went AWOL, and became a team killer and just blasted everybody on the Woodbury side. And now we're finally going to be getting to see just exactly what happened afterwards and what he's been up to all this time while the characters at the prison have been, you know, living, surviving, and also dealing with this illness and everything that's been going on, kicking Carol out from Rick kicking her out, all this other stuff, the deaths, Karen and the others, Tyrese, all this great development for these characters. What has the governor been up to? I can say that I'm probably more excited for this episode coming up than maybe any episode of The Walking Dead ever. I get pretty excited for the premieres, but this one's like, we know he's coming back. We know the concentration is going to be on him. So I am so stoked for this week's episode. I can't wait. I wish I could fast forward time and then just resume right when it starts so that we can see what happens with the governor, what he's been up to. So as always, this week's episode, episode 6, Live Bait, has basically 2 videos out there on the web for it. It has the promo, which was shown at the end of last week's episode, and it has the sneak peek. Now, there is not a second sneak peek for this week's episode like there usually is. So I'll put the links in the description to the promo and to the sneak peek so you guys can go ahead and check out both of those. You're definitely going to want to. Definitely going to want to. Even though both of them are kind of similar in some ways. And I'll also put the link in the description to last week's review so you guys can check it out after you're done watching this. If you missed it, you can go ahead and watch it because it was a stellar episode, so you'll probably want to hear my thoughts on the review for that one as well. So that being said, the promo. So the promo was basically like a 30-second sort of like sneak peek. It shows a little bit of where Michonne's been at, looking at Macon, the trail going cold, some different things going on with that, with the governor, and then, you know, we see him. My favorite part of it is probably where he's just like standing there looking all evil, and then this building behind him is just on fire. I love it. Now, what building is that? Is that one of the buildings in Woodbury? I want to say it is, but I don't remember exactly. I'll have to look that up. If anybody else, well, when you're watching this video, I'll probably already have looked it up. But for the other viewers, please write in the description if there's any indication of where that building is. If it's a Woodbury building that was lit up on fire, did he go back to Woodbury later and just torch the whole place? Man, I'd be excited to see that if that's what happened. So it looks to be something along those lines, or just him, you know, burning something down, burn it down. So that's really cool. Definitely, the promo is good for this week, and it's one of the best promos we've ever had. So that's good stuff. Then we have the sneak peek. So the sneak peek this week is it's actually almost the same as the promo, which may be a good thing. They don't show us too much. It's about 1 minute and 30 seconds long, and in it we see the ending of season 3, where the governor, Shumpert, and Martinez drove off. and then we basically see them afterwards, or seemingly soon afterwards, where they've set up camp. A walker comes towards the governor, and he basically just sits there. He's lost the will to live. It trips in the fire, and he just sits there. And then Martinez comes out and shoots it, puts it down, and then sort of gives the governor one of these, a head shake, and heads back into his tent, so to speak. So it really seems like Martinez and Schumpert, I don't know if they're going to stay by I don't know if they're going to stay with the governor, or if the scenes with them that we're seeing from the sneak peek are really, back in time, like a flashback, and then maybe they have left in the meantime, so maybe they're no longer there with the governor at this current time. It'll be interesting to see what happens with them, if they're going to stay loyal to him after seeing what he did. It certainly looks like from the head shake, Martinez is not going to stay loyal, and he's going to ditch him the first chance he gets, because he knows he's a team killer. So I don't think it would make sense for him to stay with the governor after what he did. That to me, that doesn't make sense, that Martinez and Schumpert would stay by him after seeing what he did, team killing all of those people that were part of their community. I just, no, that's not logical for me. I don't think anybody would really stay loyal to a person like that after they did something like that. So I'm assuming that the fact that we see him outside the prison by himself does in fact mean that he at this time is alone, at least in what he's doing there. We're going to have to see if he has formed another group, his own group, built it up over time, if he has got some kind of weaponry, maybe a tank. The tank, oh man, that would be cool, from the comic book series, for example, the kill 'em all type thing. We'll see what he's been up to, and it's going to be really exciting, I think, just to see where he's been at. And if Martinez and Schumpert are still with him, like I said, I don't think it's logical that they would be, so I'm predicting they won't be, and it will be entirely new people, or maybe he'll somehow take down the prison himself, light it on fire or something, or that'd be really weird if he attacked the prison all by himself with all the numbers the prison has. So I don't think that makes sense either. I think he'll have to have found a new group, and we'll probably see the start of that next week's episode, and then the big attack on the prison will probably be in the mid-season finale, which should be episode 8, I believe. It should be episode 8. So I'm assuming the characters at the prison may not be there much longer. After episode 8, the mid-season finale, they may have to just run, just get the hell out of Dodge, and the governor may take over the prison, or at least kill everyone there. So really, really exciting stuff, man. I can't wait for it. Now let's get into the description and the title for it. Obviously, the title is Live Bait. So what could that mean? It seems like what I think is going to happen is possibly the governor could capture someone, a part of Rick's group, and then use them to some degree as bait to lure out the survivors from Rick's group, the prison group. So we'll have to see what happens with that. We know in the comic book series it was Tyrese who he sort of kind of did that type of thing with. So maybe possibly we could see something like that. Again, this isn't spoilers. Some people say, "Oh, you spoiled the comic book series." This stuff happened in the comic book series like 5 or more years ago. Like, I'd have to map out how long ago it was, but it was like 60 or 70 issues ago. So we're talking 12 issues a year. Yeah, it's been over 5 years since this stuff happened. So when I talk about events in the comic book series, if you haven't read it now and it's been out for 5 years, you're never going to read it. So let's be honest here. It's not really a spoiler. This is 5 years old material we're talking about here, right? So Tyrese in the comic book series does get captured by the governor and used sort of as bait. So I'm thinking we might see something like that in this week's episode. Him, or it could be somebody else. Herschel had a really big episode last week. So you know what that means. If a character gets a lot of development and a really great episode like that, he's also got the problem with the foot thing. So definitely could be the person who the governor captures, or really it could be any of them. It could be Carol. She's out on her own, right? Maybe he captured her. It's hard to say, so it's impossible for me to guess who. But I could see Carol, Herschel, Tyrese, or really any of the others, to be honest with you. But I think those ones are the most likely based on what we've seen lately. So there's that, and then of course the return of the governor overall. The summary for the episode reads, group members struggle to find their humanity while being constantly threatened. Group members struggle to find their humanity while being constantly threatened. Live bait. Oh, I can't really, that's hard to say. Group members struggle to find their humanity while being constantly threatened. Well, obviously, we would think they're being threatened by the governor or other things that are going on, struggling to find their humanity. What will they do? Will they maybe, I don't know, give up Michonne, or maybe something along those lines, although we've seen that before, kind of thing. Oh man, tough one to call. What are they going to do? Maybe capture somebody from the group. I don't know, man. That's a tough one to say. Anyway, I think we're going to see one of the best episodes ever, since obviously the governor's returning and we've all been dying to see it. So it's going to be really exciting. Can't wait. This mid-season finale, man. It's coming fast, but season 4 has been amazing so far, I think. So I'm really looking forward to this week's episode coming up. Let me know what you guys think about it. Let's hear some predictions. Let's thumb up or thumb down people who we agree with or we don't agree with. And if you have any inside info, please feel free to share it. Anything you think is going to happen, whatever the case may be. And remember, we're just doing predictions here, so there's really no spoilers since the episode is not out yet. So relax, people, with your spoiler trolling. Okay, so just chill with that. It's ridiculous. Anyway, yeah, so like I said, last week's review, if you haven't seen it, in the description, the sneak peek and the promo in the description. And if you guys have other video suggestions for me, please send them to me. I think I might do one, Will Herschel die? Because that's it. To me, it really sounds like it's going to happen. Anyway, I'll call it here. That's it for this video, guys. I'll see you for the next one. This is Trev, and I'm saying peace.